Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and either of these blokes, this is the Flying Elite again, is running around in the brand new Tier 8 Premium Russian medium tank, the STG Guard. Comes out in a couple of packages and it's on sale roughly for the next 2 weeks by the time this video comes out. He's platooned up with his old mate Budgie Smuggler from PB CAC clan. Easily one of the coolest in-game names. In World of Tanks on the Asian server, you can see the Jagdpanzer E100 just blew the T28 prototype out of this world as a Flying Elite tries to get a cheeky shot towards the T49, who looks like he might be spotting the middle. Budgie Smuggler getting a couple of shots off there. Flying Elite making his way up towards the hill. He is in a Tier 10 game, just 3 Tier 10s on each side, and they're all tank destroyers, 2 grills and a Jagdpanzer E100 on the Flying Elite's team. And FB215B 183 Death Star, a Grill 15 and the T110E4 American Tier 10 tank destroyer. On the enemy side, pretty confident that they probably won't be, those Tier 10s probably won't be on the front lines. So the Flying Elite from PYRO clans moving up to the hill. It is brand new Tier 8 medium tank. Let's have a quick look at the gun on this thing. It's a 122mm gun, bit of a derp gun, 390 average damage, 212 penetration, which isn't too bad at all. 248 with armor-piercing composite rounds, APCR, which are the premium rounds on this type. You can see Budgie Smuggler's got a mark of excellence on that tank barrel, and have a look at the artwork on the turret of this tank. I reckon it looks absolutely fantastic. Bit of red on the right-hand side, and it's pictures of the crew on the left-hand side of the Tier 8 Premium Russian medium tank. Flying Elite hasn't done anything yet, but he's up in position and getting ready to make this Russian gun unload a bit of pain on the enemy team. That sounded like the grill putting a pretty big shot into the enemy Pershing. There's a T10 at Tier 9 coming up the hill. There was a Pershing. Flying Elite with his first shot picks up the kill. I will certainly make that VK think twice about taking on the new Russian tank. It's a nice shot. Penetrates frontally the T10. No mean feat. That was a standard round. The T10's got pretty good armour at the front, but the Guardsman not having too much trouble penetrating with standard ammunition. Same again with the VK4502A. Not the most heavily armoured tank in this game, that's for sure. But Flying Elite having no problems chipping away at the health of that German heavy tank. Does get stunned from artillery, but he fixes it with the quick dab of the repair kit. Puts a shot into the Object 252U, the Defender. One of the other Tier 8 premium Russian tanks. A lot of people are hoping comes back on sale pretty soon. Flying Elite focusing on the Defender. Doesn't penetrate the lower plate on that occasion, but Budgie Smuggler in the AMX CDC picks up the kill. Flying Elite's on a kill, 1617 damage. I reckon that might go up a bit in a minute as he picks up his second kill and brings his damage gun up to just under 2,000. 5-1 the score now on Malinovka, and all Tier 10 still in play. Both sides got a good amount of Tier 9 still in the game, but Flying Elite's team comfortably winning 6-1, and Flying Elite has only received one damaging shot from the enemy, and that was that artillery shell, which took 332 hit points off him as he looks over towards where the ISU 152 and the STI were last spotted on this hill here. Interesting place for an STI. I thought my eyes were deceiving me there, and it was a Japanese medium tank, but it's not. It's a big Russian heavily armoured Tier 9, the STI, the one that leads to the IS4. Flying Elite. Oh, look at that. That should be pretty nice. You notice that it took a while for the shell to land, but I'll tell you what, when it landed, it certainly did a bit of damage into the ISU 152. In fact, that was his third kill. He puts a shot into the STI, takes it down to 478 odd health. Just saw the Death Star put a pretty big shot into the T10. In fact, he got himself a kill. Flying Elite bounces that shot. That was, I think that was a premium round. He switched to APCR now because that STI can be a tough nut to crack. And E4, E50, FB215B 183, they can all pull off bounces, that's for sure. And remember, Flying Elite's just in a Tier 8 tank here, so he wants to make sure every shot counts as he looks towards the Death Star. That's what I'm talking about. The Death Star can certainly bounce shots, but looks like his team are doing their job. They've just put some damage into the Tier 10 British tank destroyer. That Grill 15 will be looking very, very nervous indeed. Flying Elite not slowing down, going straight down towards these bushes where the TDs often camp. That T110E4 hasn't been spotted yet. He has now. He's just been lit there down at F2. As the Flying Elite looks towards the E50. Thinks this would be a nice juicy target. There it is. 390 hit points of damage into the side of the Tier 9 German medium tank. Keeps his gun aiming that way. 6 cents didn't go off there. Not sure where the enemy grill has gone. That'll do for kill number 4 for the Flying Elite. From PYRO, Budgie Smuggler chipping away. Budgie Smuggler's on pretty low health over there, so he's not going to get too brave on 199 hit points. Flying Elite, though, still got 1,018 hit points up his sleeve as he looks to the rear and the side of that T110E4. Just clips him and picks up another 380 hit points of damage. Finds artillery and quick enough to switch to standard rounds. This could be a one-shot. Someone else did get a shot into that Su-14-2, the Tier 8 Russian SPG, but Flying Elite managed to pull off the shot. I thought that grill was going for the pond there, but he's not. He stopped and turned around. That grill blew away the AMX 1390, but the grill on the Flying Elite's team picked up the kill. Flying Elite would love to turn this into a top gun. He fires blindly towards where the Skoda was heading. That Skoda, I didn't quite catch how many hit points the Skoda was on, but the Flying Elite doesn't care. He's on 1,018. That should be enough. He's got his high alpha damage gun with its 390 average damage roll. You get spotted by the Skoda T50 and see someone put a shot in. It might have been the Budgie Smuggler shooting from back there. Maybe it wasn't. I just like saying Budgie Smuggler, let's be honest. 14-5's the score. He's on 4,181 hit points. Charioteer is getting very brave, chasing after the auto-loading Tier 9 Czech medium tank. You can see the Jagdpanzer E100 and Budgie Smuggler all joining in now. Flying Elite would love to turn this into a top gun. He's already done over 4,000 damage. He's doing pretty well. Don't tell me he's going to drown. No, I don't think he is. I think he's trying to stay there. The Skoda kills Budgie Smuggler. Flying Elite puts a shot into the Skoda and then rams in. Is the Skoda going for the water? Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Not really sure, but the Jagdpanzer picked up the last kill of the game, robbing the Flying Elite of a top gun. But let's be honest, he still had a pretty tidy game, that's for sure. An Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for the Flying Elite from PYRO Clan. Also the Bruiser for doing some module and crew damage. Fighter, Fire for Effect. Confederate for shooting more enemy tanks than anybody else did. High Caliber for doing a shitload of damage. And the Tank Sniper, I didn't really see him sniping too much, but he was taking shots on the way from different places in that game. 4,840 hit points of damage, 5 kills, 1,395 base experience, 18 shots fired, 16 hit, 13 went through, only 1,600 was sniped. Little bit of assisted damage, looks like he blocked one shot for 240, and look at those credits, 92,000 credits with a premium account in that game that went for a little bit less than 8 minutes. As we move on to the second game in this triple shot of the Flying Elite from PYRO Clan action, featuring the Guard, or the STG Guardsman, the new Tier 8 premium Russian medium tank. I've got one of these. I've had one game in it. Well, at the time I've recorded this video, I've had one game in it, and I reckon I did pretty well. Wasn't a win, unfortunately, but of course nothing like getting replays from players like the Flying Elite, who certainly know their tanks, that's for sure. And he's putting a hell of a lot of credits into his account by playing these premium tanks and carrying hard like he likes to do. Anyway, this time we're on for Yords. I was just checking to see if he had any boosters running in that last lot, credit boosters. They certainly didn't have any boosters running, but it was just the 92,000 credits, just because it was a good game and not too much APCR fired. Flying Elite finds the Stritzwagen 103. Doesn't take the shot, not too confident that it will penetrate. The Hawk 12, however, will never bounce a shot like that from the guard, from the STG. Opens his account with a nice shot into the Tier 8 light tank. Again, this is a Tier 10 game, and of course it's always a little bit more challenging when you're in a Tier 8 tank and you're taking on tanks that are 2 tiers higher. But similar to the last game, 1 SPG at Tier 10 and 2 tank destroyers. So pretty confident he's not going to have too many Tier 10 vehicles to contend with right at the start of the game. And apart from the Stritzwagen, those other Tier 10s aren't going to bounce any shots, even firing standard ammunition, as he just did into the side of the grill. 330 hit points for that shot. Little bit of a low roll there, but got to take the good with the bad. Reckon this will go through. Yes, it does. Puts a beautiful shot into the Lorraine 40 ton. One of my favourite Tier 8 premium tanks, that French auto-loading medium tank. The one that fits the Batjack crew in very, very nicely. Waits for his gun to reload. Starts kicking back, looking for the grill? Is he going to see him? There is a rock in the way. Not too sure. Using the bushes as a bit of a camouflage. From what people tell me, I know a few people who bought this tank and who've been playing it. The camouflage value is quite good. And of course, even though the turret's at the back of the tank, the gun depression is surprisingly good, and might see some of that in this replay. 2 enemy tanks go down. The Hawk 12, that's the one that Flying Elite shot not so long ago, and that Stritzwagen 103B, and now the AMX 5100, the lightly armoured French auto-loading Tier 8 heavy tank. That's the shot he's looking for. Puts a shell into the Lorraine 42. Turns him into a one-shot, which is certainly going to change the way he plays. Here comes a T55A. That T55A, of course, is the 3rd personal reserves reward tank. And yes, I've got one. I know. I can't believe it myself either. Changes to personal reserves are coming soon. I'll cover that in a video another day. But lots of changes to the personal missions coming very soon. I wonder why. Maybe they're getting ready for personal missions Mark II, which that idea's been thrown around for a little bit. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. Here we are with the Flying Elite. He hasn't got any kills yet, but he's picked up 1,500 damage. He's blocked the shot. The score's 6-zip. So he's got to be happy with what his teammates are doing. If you look at the mini-map, Oho has not left the cap circle. Looks like he has loaded into the game, the Oho. The IS-3 goes down. The big heavy fight going on down in the south. And of course the Flying Elite is trying to take control of the middle part of the map with the help of the Panther 8.8 who just got killed. The T-34-2 who also just got killed. He might have to do this by himself. The Flying Elite is looking at the T-55A. Noted as one of the best Tier 9 brawlers in the game, and I certainly have to agree with that. Another low roll. A high roll would have got him the kill on that T-55A. T-55A clearly going after the Bulldog, but the M46 Patton gets over that ridge line and picks up the kill on the Tier 9 reward tank. The German tank that looks like a Russian tank. 8-5's the score. He's on 26-19 damage. He's blocked a bit. He's spotted a bit. There's still plenty of hit points up for grabs though if you look at the mini-map. This UDES looks like he's going straight for the artillery. And of course he'll find that Oho there. It'll be interesting to see if the Oho moves. Maybe he's had connection problems like a lot of people have. Flying Elite shoots towards the UDES, doesn't quite land the shots. Pretty low profile, and I think he decides the M46 Patton with that Bulldog is probably enough to get rid of that Tier 8 Swedish tank destroyer. T10 pings the map, probably pinging where he thinks artillery might be. And even though the Flying Elite's team are winning 9-6, they're outnumbered down here in the south. So the Flying Elite coming around to try and get rid of this grill. The M46 Patton are probably going to join up with this Waffenträger Ralph Panzer IV. But if they're all just looking for artillery, I think it's a bit of overkill if they do that. 11-6 as he picks up his first kill. Getting rid of the Tiger 2 at Tier 8. Waits for the gun to reload. Looking around, looks like the grill certainly is aiming the Flying Elite's way. He needs to be pretty careful. He can afford to take one damaging shot. Look, he might be able to bounce it. 13-6 though now. He's running out of hit points to go for. Puts a shot into the grill, but he cops 690 damage from the Tier 10 German tank destroyer. Waits for the gun to reload. Pretty confident he can beat him on the reload. Puts another shell into him, tracks him. Hopefully that means Flying Elite will be able to reload before that grill manages to fix his tracks. The grill kills the Bulldog. And Flying Elite is no slouch. He knows that his gun is going to reload before the grills, and he As a consequence, he picks up the last kill of the game, and that Oho lost in battle. So he was clearly not playing. He might have been disconnected. He might have, who knows what happens there. He might have just gone back to the garage and not bothered with that one, which is unfortunate. But for the second game, in this triple shot of STG Guard action featuring the Flying Elite, it's another ace tanker on Fjords. Bruiser and Fire for effect. No other big medals there, but he certainly aced it in style. 3,928 damage. 2 kills, 1246 base experience in a tier 10 game. Not too bad at all. 14 shots fired, 11 hit, and they all did damage. A little bit blocked, a little bit of assist. Looks like he blocked one shot again, and not a bad amount of credits either. 94,000 credits. More credits than the last game, but I think the last game he actually did better. But the last game, I think there was a few APCR shots fired, and of course he got more kills though. So 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, I reckon. So we move on to the third and final battle, pardon me, featuring the Flying Elite from PYRO Clan in the STG Guard in yet another tier 10 game. And of course, as we know, tier 10 games in tier 8 tanks. I noticed last night when I couldn't get a ranked battle, there was, you know, I don't really know, but I couldn't get a ranked battle. But when the ranked battles were on, I was playing some tier 8s, and I tended to get a lot of tier 8 only games, which was pretty good. It's good for my win rate and my credits because I was playing premium tanks. But anyway, here we are in full Fjords. You can see this Compatron bloke from P Clan putting himself down. I hope he's not giving up right at the start of the game, because some people do that, and it's as annoying as anything. Flying Elite from PYRO though is in his guard, the STG. He had a high explosive round in the chamber for starters, probably hoping to put a shot into either the 1390 or the old TTB, or maybe even the Lorraine. Of course, the high explosive rounds can do 530 damage, only 61 penetration, but it's an extra 140 hit points. So it might be worth it if you think you're gonna see a light tank at the start of the battle. Flying Elite did get lit there, and a few people have had a bit of a swing at him in his new shiny tank, but nobody managing to land a shot. Switches to APCR, probably because he's looking at not only the enemy guard, but the VK100-01P is a reasonably heavily armoured German tank. It's the one that leads to the mouse. Of course, there is a mouse in play as well, but the mouse looks like he's up at the entrance to the mines. Flying Elite just looking for opportunities now. Does get spotted. Doesn't go backwards after being spotted. Cops, that was a pretty good roll from the enemy guard. 429 hit points. Gets tracked from the Lorraine, and then cops another damaging shot from the Lorraine. I know what I'll be thinking around about now. I'll be thinking, oh, what do I need to do to make this work? Puts a shot into the mouse. Takes him down to 1374 hit points. So he's below half health, that enemy mouse tank. The enemy mouse. Waits for the gun to reload. Wants to get another shot into. It looks like the mouse just fired, so Flying Elite knows that the mouse is going to take close enough to 10 seconds to reload. Looking for the cheeks. No, lower plate will do. Thank you. Takes him down to 1,000. 1 for the score though. He's going to have to do something. That's why he's got the APCR loaded. Every shot is going to have to count here. He's going to want to start with getting rid of the IS-3. Cops another shot from the enemy guard. He's pretty much there on his own. With we know that there's a Lorraine 40 ton, but that Lorraine 40 ton looks like he might have rotated back around towards the mine. Flying Elite looking again at the lower plate of that mouse. That one doesn't go through. Unfortunately, that's what happens with mouses sometimes. They're pretty heavily armoured tank. 2 4s the score. He's on 807 damage. A little bit of assisted damage. The LTB gets killed by the Fock B. Tank Sinatra. I never stop laughing when I read some of these people's names in game. Side of the turret looks pretty good, but it was just angled a little bit too much for the Flying Elite. So they're trying to make a lie out of me when I said that the gun in this tank was pretty good. He's just about reloaded. Mouse still not looking Flying Elite's way, so he picks up his second kill, getting rid of a tier 10 heavy tank. Of course, with the new matchmaker, 3 tier 10s on each side. Looks like it's 5 tier 9s and the rest are all tier 8s. 4-5's the score. The Flying Elite's just past the 1,000 damage mark, but he's only on 206 hit points. Puts a shot into the T57 Heavy, the Tier 10 auto-loading American heavy tank. He knows he needs to get rid of the Tier 10s first, if he can, as Centurion 7-1, who's a one-hit. Doesn't manage to penetrate the angled turret of the T57. 4-5 the score, 1434 damage done. T57 still not looking the Flying Elite's way. He doesn't want to kill his teammate there. Oh, unfortunate. Scorpion G picks up the kill on the T54 on a different part of the map. And they're slowly clawing this one back. Flying Elite's on 2 kills. He's got one eye on Custard Guts. Custard Guts. That VK100 A1P. I don't know where they come up with them. Oh, I'll just use my name. Anyway, Custard Guts is there with his VK100 A1P. He's gotten himself into a position not far from the Flying Elite, but he's sort of in a spot. Well, what can he do now? If he moves forward, these snipers at the back are all going to get him. And there's a lot of them. The P Victoria, the bloke who called himself a noob, is sniping with the Scorpion G and the Fock B, the new Tier 10 auto-loading French tank destroyer. Flying Elite puts a shot into the side of the T110E4, and T110E4 still clearly looking towards the IS-4, and that's probably the right thing to do. It's probably his job to get rid of the Tier 10 Russian heavy tank, so the Flying Elite's going to keep chipping away at the American tank destroyer. Now he's looking Flying Elite's way. Maybe, I don't know if he's just trying to kill him. Tank Sinatra killed Custard Guts. That shot goes a little bit too high. So Custard Guts is out of the equation. Killed by Tank Sinatra. Gee, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? 8-7. Somehow they've turned this game around. 9-7 now as the Flying Elite takes the T110E4 down to 454 hit points. Brings his total damage up to over 2,500. Looks like the IS-4 is doing a good job against that Lorraine 40 ton. But of course, Flying Elite doesn't want to expose his side to the auto-loading French medium. That Lorraine 40 ton is moving back, so he's, maybe he's on the reload. We're not sure. The IS-4 doing a brilliant job keeping that French medium off Flying Elite's side. Now the Type 61's in a bit of trouble, so the Flying Elite looks towards the enemy guard, the other STG, and that'll be a nice shot. I know. Flying Elite was just then thinking exactly what I'm thinking now. Where the hell did that shell go? Clearly it didn't hit, but who knows. The Emil 2 has finally grown a set of balls and left the back red line. He's going up to help the Type 61, which is the right thing to do. Type 61 down to 96 hit points. The Emil 2, who liked sniping from the red line. P Victoria's also got a little bit brave as a Flying Elite puts a shell into the enemy guard, the enemy STG. He's still not looking his way, so he's willing that gun to reload. It hasn't got the quickest reload, this tank, but thank you. Sets him on fire, doesn't quite kill him. The enemy T28 picks up the kill on the Type 61. You'd think the Emil will kill it. No, the P Victoria snipes out that guard. The P Victoria certainly doesn't want to scratch his new tank, and why would he? He's only on 29 hit points, I guess. So let's not be too harsh. 12-8 is the score. Remember, that's the guy that gave up towards the end. Just 3 tank destroyers left on the enemy side, and you guessed it, they're all up at A4. That's where tank destroyers like to do their business on mines. Flying Elite fires without really having a shot on that ISU 152, but the IS-7 picks up the kill. There's a T28 left there, and the Waffenträger Ralph Panzer 4 at T9, and he's just looking for 1 or 2 more shots would be good. He's not going to get it there because they are behind rocks. And the T28 goes down. What's left? Just a Waffenträger, so he's probably only going to get 1 more shot if he's lucky, and it might be a kill. No, the Emil. The Emil does it. And Tank Sinatra not too happy with whatever the IS-4 was doing. He called him a word at the end. Anyway, another ace tanker for the Flying Elite, this time on mines, in 3 Tier 10 games. You notice that? 3 games, 3 aces, 3 Tier 10s. Let's see how he went on that one. Ace tanker, bruiser, fire for effect. 3,416 damage. Not too bad at all in a Tier 10 battle. 13-14 base experience. He fired 19 shots, 14 hit, only 10 hits. There was a couple of bounces there. And the credits tell the story of the APCR, down to just over 23,000 credits with a premium account. And of course, he had to, he lost a lot of health early. He needed to make every shot count, especially when he was engaging that mouse. And so he did the right thing, the Flying Elite, and switched to the APCR rounds to make sure he had the highest chance to penetrate every single one of those shots. If you have a look at this is the bloke who called himself a noob. He didn't have much of a game. 15 shots fired, 600 damage. And I'm not sure what the flock was talking about with the IOS4. The IOS4 looked like he had a pretty good game. He did over 5,000 damage, blocked 4,000. You can't complain about that. And Tank Sinatra, what a name. He had a pretty good game as well. But anyway, there you go. 3 Ace Tanker Mastery Badges featuring the Flying Elite from PYRO Clan. It is STG Guard, or the Guardsman, the new Tier 8 premium Russian medium tank. I've got one. I haven't played enough games in it to say if I like it or not, but I certainly like the look of it. And for those worried about gun depression, because it's got a turret at the back, the gun depression is surprisingly better than you would think. It's not awesome. It's not like a it's not like a Japanese medium tank or anything like that, but it's still not too bad at all. Pretty good armor, high alpha damage per minute isn't that great. However, it's camouflage and surprisingly mobile too for something that's on the slow slide, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's for sale probably for the next 2 weeks in the Wargaming shop on the Asian server, probably on other servers as well. Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it, but I don't play that many tier 8. So if you're looking for a credit grinder, maybe it's the tank for you. And as always, if you really want to make sure if you're going to buy a premium tank, you buy one where your crew can benefit. And this takes the same crew as the Object 140. I've got my Object 140 crew in my STG Guardsman. Thanks very much for the replays, Flying Elite. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this video on the new Tier 8 premium tank, the STG Guard. Take care and see you all next time.